Hey guys, Avi here, and welcome back to this LangChain series. In this video, we're going to cover how to call prompts with large language models, particularly using OpenAI's models. We're going to dive into setting up the OpenAI model, understanding the role of the temperature parameter, introducing various models from OpenAI, and then learning how to run single and multiple prompts simultaneously. Let's get started. So the first thing that we need to do is import the OpenAI module from LangChain. We can do this by typing from langchain.llms import OpenAI. Then we'll instantiate an instance of the OpenAI model with a temperature of 0.9. LLM is equal to OpenAI, and in parentheses, temperature is equal to 0.9. We also need a prompt. From the LangChain docs, the one that they use is, what would a good company name be for a company that makes colorful socks? So let's go ahead and set that exactly. Prompt is equal to, what would be a good company name for a company that makes colorful socks? Now, in this case, I know what you're wondering. What is this temperature parameter that we've set? Temperature is a parameter of large language models that determines the randomness and hence the creativity of the response. It's a value that lies between 0 and 1, where 0 implies a deterministic response, where you're likely to see the exact same response generated every time you run the prompt. And a value closer to 1 gives you a highly variable and creative response. If you want a different response generated each time, set the temperature to be 1. OpenAI also has several models that you can use to test around and play with your prompts. There's ChatGPT, GPT-4, TextDaVinci 002, TextDaVinci 003, etc. When you initialize this object and not specify a model name, it uses the default TextDaVinci 003 model, and that's what we're using for most of the videos in this course. Now, let's go ahead and actually call the model on this prompt. Let's generate a company name by feeding our prompt into the LLM instance. We can do this by typing print LLM text. Let's see what it comes up with. Here it is. The AI suggests the name. If we change the temperature to 0 and run this twice, we should see the same response generated each time. Let's give that a try. Change temperature to 0 and run the code. Sweet. And if we run this again, we can see that we get the same company name. But what if we want to generate several responses at once? If I have a list of prompts, or even, let's say, generate 5 company names to the same prompt. That's where LLM.generate comes into play. We can do so by saying result is equal to LLM.generate, and this function takes in an array of prompts. In this case, I want to generate 5 creative responses to the prompt that we have. So LLM.generate, and then in a list format, we pass in our prompt, and we can use some nifty Python magic to just do ×5 to generate a list of the prompt 5 times. Now we can iterate through the result and print each one out. So go ahead and say for company name in result.generations, print company name and then 0.text. So by running this code, we should now see a variety of company names the AI model comes up with. Don't forget to change your temperature back to 0.9 or 1 to get creative responses. And there we go. We have these amazing suggestions that are generated by our model. Today, we've learned how to use large language models with OpenAI to generate creative outputs based on a prompt. We learned how to very quickly and efficiently call LLM on a prompt or use the LLM.generate function to generate responses to multiple prompts at the same time. And we also understood the role of temperature and what it plays when generating a response. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.